mute, and I'm going to hit the record, and we are on. Hello, everybody.
All right, well, welcome to episode 3 of our Mental Health Matters series. Today, we are going to focus on relationships and family. So did you know that social relationships really are a major key to mental health recovery? So what relationships, they provide people with purpose and meaning. Your friends and family might help you to encourage positive health behaviors, and conversations with a good empathic listener can really help relieve stress and process your emotions. You know, and so on the topic of mental health matters, you know, I've been doing my survey, and so I asked Sarah Baker, why mental health matters, and she said that mental health matters. Our emotional, social, psychological well-being is vital to our physical health. We cannot separate one from the other. In my world, if I treat the physical problem but don't cue on the mental and emotional well-being of my patient, I have missed the opportunity to provide the best care for my patient.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We're lucky to have, you know, providers that are acknowledging the connection between us, physical and mental health aspects. So that's awesome that Sarah cued on that. I know I always feel a little bit better too whenever I go into a doctor's appointment and they do ask me and just ask the plain question, how are you feeling? And I walk out feeling a little bit more of a person than I did when I walked in sometimes. Just that cue. So like Kelly said, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we're bringing you this conversation about relationships and family, because right now during the pandemic, you guys at home may be experiencing either more stress because you're stuck at your home with your family members maybe all day, or perhaps you're like some of these ladies that we have with us today. And the reason we brought these ladies in is because they are going to be able to bring a conversation about how they are managing a dynamic family experience during COVID-19. So we invite you guys to sit back, listen to the conversation, and I guess we'll get kind of started with the first question. So Natalie, I'll ask you this, and you guys can both chime in at the same time. Tell me how your family dynamic and your relationships at home have been affected during.
Well, for me, I feel like it's affected us in a very positive manner. I've been able to spend a lot more time with my daughter. It's me and my 17-year-old daughter at home right now. And with her not going to school and I'm doing most of my work remotely or at home, we've been able to spend a lot more time together. And for us, that's been a really special thing. She's going to be a senior next year and out of the house soon. So, you know, despite all of the negative things going on for us and for me personally, that part of it and being able to spend that time with her, and even my other daughter, she just recently moved back and she's going to be having a baby in August. And so from time to time, she comes over as well and we have lunch, you know, or supper together. So, yeah, so, I mean, for us, it has been a positive as far as the family aspect of it.
Heather, how about you?
I'm on the flip side. I would say I've had more chaos in my life since COVID-19 than I probably ever have. And because, you know, with the effects of COVID-19, I've got a 7 and 8-year-old that are suddenly not going to school. We were lucky, I guess. My husband was put on furlough. So he was very supportive in that matter and was able to become a teacher, and he has a lot more respect for teachers and have realized how underpaid they are. Yeah. But now within the last 2 weeks of school, he's back at work and trying to figure out how to be a teacher in the evening. Plus, on top of all of this, we are in the process. We bought a new home. We're moving into the new home. We went from a 60-acre farm to 7.5 acres. Thank goodness we have a shop. A shop and a garage to stuff things in. And we're wondering, model the house as we're living in it. So, getting to bed at 11 o'clock midnight, up at 5 o'clock every day to start the day over. And spending the weekends at the old farmhouse and bringing more and more stuff from it to the new home. Honestly, I don't know that I've had a lot of time to think about my own mental health.
Sure.
Just have so many things going on. You just keep on digging in and keep on going. I can say coming to work and being around my peers and stuff is helpful. It can be a release as well. So.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people can probably you're definitely not alone. Trying to figure out a new way of coping. Have you found yourself, is there anything that you can plug into, or a person or a thing that helps bring you back to yourself and amidst chaos, amongst the uncertainty?
We have an Alexa, and she plays music. She plays lots and lots of music and games and stuff. And honestly, even though we are working, there's that sense of instant gratification when you're painting rooms and completing it. So while it's work, it's very nice actually. You feel very accomplished with it. Honestly, with me and my husband, though, we don't know life without work of some sort. So we're about to figure out a new life where it's not farming and all that kind of stuff. So very different, and we're excited about it.
Yeah, that's great. I love the painting. I love that creative outlet.
Yeah,
And you said you were cooking a lot more.
Yes, and I painted 3 different rooms.
Oh my
In
gosh.
the house we're in, I redid kitchen cabinets. And so, some home improvement stuff too.
That's great.
Oh, and sanding. I love to sand. We're sanding our bedroom furniture down, restaining it, weed eating. My husband gave me the choice of taking a nap, mowing, or weed eating the other day. And I like to weed eat.
Well, hey,
There's
we
something
all
about
finding,
it's like a form of aggression out on grass.
Yep,
There you go.
absolutely.
I feel that same way. We just have a push mower. And so then my daughter and I, we've just been taking turns and good form of exercise to release the stress. So.
Absolutely. I love that.
And for me, when you're a therapist leading people through a pandemic, you have to be 100% on the game all the time. And so I've had to just totally keep my routine. So I walk in every morning, exercise every day. I eat, I do all these things, get good sleep. I think routine is important. You gotta have some structure.
Absolutely. Do you guys have, aside from like scheduling and putting things into routine, do you have anything else that brings you that normalcy in your lives? Anything that comes to mind that makes you feel, mentally and physically in a good state?
I think Ellie touched base as far as like walking.
Yeah.
I like to walk in the evenings, and I think yoga, which is something that I enjoy doing, and have kind of gotten out of the routine. It's usually when I'm here, working here, and then I would get home. I would try to divide my time between, my daughter and just getting rest. But now that I've been able to work remotely, like I said, for me, and I almost feel a little guilty because I feel like it, though, it has opened up a window for me to be able to, like I said, spend more time with my family and get some extra exercise.
You shouldn't feel guilty. You deserve
I mean,
that,
it's taken
for
a little
sure.
bit to get that routine down, but
That's
for
great.
me, it's walking and some yoga.
Simple stuff, right? Sometimes the simplest things, I think, bring some mental clarity.
Laundry.
Laundry. She's the only one. Oh,
In times when the world is out of control, laundry is constant.
that's true.
There, it's routine. Yep.
Very true. It's never going anywhere. It's always going to be there.
My self-care time is also walking. I've gone out to the trail. The bad weather recently has put a halt to that, since we also can't go to Get Fit, but hey, that's around the corner.
Yeah.
Yes. And so, because I'll even listen to music or not, listening to nature, and I can just let my mind go, and I just walk.
Absolutely.
It feels good.
Mhm.
It really does.
Yeah,
It just
never
makes you feel
never
good.
felt bad after one, that's for
Yeah.
sure. That's for sure.
Yeah. You've been walking the rain. Yep. So we've kind of talked about the family dynamic, balancing relationships, things we do to nourish our wellness. I guess in all of this, is there something specifically that you do to build yourself up, like to pump yourself up, to build yourself up?
I drink Spark every morning.
Yeah, you gotta have a little bit of
A
caffeine,
little
right?
vitamin
It is. Uh-huh.
wake me up in a shower. Shower
Me
and
too.
Spark every
Yeah.
morning.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I
Get
definitely.
dressed. Always get
Oh,
dressed.
Yes.
Yes.
I even put on my, well, it depends on where you're at, but I always put on my athletic shoes. It makes me feel, even though perhaps I'm not working out that day, or maybe I'm not like exercising at the moment, but when I put the dang shoes on, I feel a little bit more put together for some reason. So that's kind of my thing. Definitely a shower.
Mhm.
I think for me, and it's not necessarily what I do like in the morning, but the night before, especially with working from home, I've been doing a to-do list just to keep myself on schedule.
Oh, I love that.
Because that was one of my concerns working from home was, okay, because I do have a history of sometimes, you're just going to get depressed, and especially the weather's been kind of crummy.
Yes.
And so I thought to myself, like, I need to be proactive and think of ways to make myself be accountable and to make sure that I'm getting as much done that I need to. So I've been doing a to-do list, and then again, get up in the morning, take a shower, and usually start the day off with some phone calls and get
Right. That's good. Good stuff. So if we reverse from that, is there anything on the opposite end of the spectrum? Do you have things or people in your life that you need to unplug from at the end of the day, or during the day, or anytime that you feel like you need to take a break?
I don't think I have any one in particular that is a regular. I just know that if I get around constant negativity and stuff, it really does bring me down. And sometimes I just have to separate myself from that person or situation. If it's constantly, every time I'm around that person, that they're so negative, eventually I start to drift off.
Totally. Absolutely relatable. What about you?
Well, I think for me that one of the things that kind of has brought me down, where there's been so many, like I said, positive aspects for me as far as with my family, I have felt disconnected from my work family, and also have felt like even a little guilty for not being here. And in the beginning, it was very much so. But, I've come to realize that, I'm trying to keep myself healthy. I do have an autoimmune disease. And Heather pointed this out last week, which made me feel really good, because like I said, I was starting to beat myself up a little bit, just not being here. But I think keeping myself healthy, but yeah, being disconnected from my peers has been a little depressing, because I love WMC and the people and the patients here, and sometimes I just miss everybody.
Well, definitely. It's almost like the opposite. Like for me, yeah, some of us, we thrive on that social aspect, and it helps us feel creative and productive when we are around others. And so I think during the social distancing time, it's had a negative effect on some of us. And I would have to agree with you. I'm missing the people, even though I'm a total homebody. And sometimes I need to unplug by getting away, but for the majority of the time, I feel like I need to be around people.
And I think it's important. You do not have to be on your email 24/7. I check my accounts twice a day.
That's good.
And, just keeping in that routine really helps a lot. There are certain things you have to do for your job. But, it's really, and I actually took the email feature off of my phone because I felt like I could never be present. Because it was always chiming in. And that was one of the best things I think I've ever done.
And it's a good reminder for all of us to disconnect literally from the phone or the computer. That's a total way to easily suck your energy
Oh,
out of the
yes.
present and totally
Mhm.
pull you into something else. So, yeah, that's good.
All right, well, I think that was a good discussion today
Yeah.
on relationships and family. One thing that I will leave you guys with is never forget the importance of just showing good, true compassion to other people. Pandemics are serious. I understand that. Pandemics are temporary. Mental health is real. It's here every day. Mental health matters.
Totally. Good stuff. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.